Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mind Over Matter with Sankit. In this episode, we'll be talking about the relationship between a non-vegetarian diet and spirituality or meditation. So this has been a widely debated concept in the field of spirituality and also in the field of general health. So currently, the non-vegetarian diet has been deemed very unnecessary and harmful in some ways for our body, but then the way we've been brought up has ensured that we crave non-vegetarian food a lot because the taste of non-vegetarian food is more juicy, it's more delicious for our tongue to savor on. But this might not necessarily be true for everyone. There are some people who do not consume non-vegetarian diet right from their childhood. Similarly, there are some who have shifted to a vegetarian diet because they started despising the taste of meat. Similarly, there are also people who started to dislike the smell of meat. Moreover, there are also people who quit meat because their body couldn't really digest it properly. So there are multiple reasons why people can shift from a meat-based diet to a plant-based diet. So in relation to spirituality, because I figured that a significant portion of our followers are vegetarians and they are spiritual practitioners, they are regular spiritual practitioners, I wanted to clarify about what exactly is the relationship between non-vegetarian food and spirituality is. So I, for one, have been a non-vegetarian for a major portion of my life. There were only very few times when I became a vegetarian. Recently, about 2-3 months ago, after I went for a long Vipassana meditation retreat, I had decided that I would not have meat. However, I realized that my body was actually craving for it, and even when I was telling myself that I would not have meat, I had it because I really wanted to have it from within. So these are the sorts of cravings that we have with things which we are used to. There are people who are used to smoking cigarettes, and it's very easy for them to go back to smoking because the body is established in a way that it starts craving it. It develops tolerance. Towards certain food items. Similarly, in my case, my body actually wanted meat. Now, the major debate among the meat-based versus plant-based people have been about the nutritional values of meat, because there are some things which we do not get in many other things, because there are some nutrients that we only get in meat. I wouldn't say only, because slowly new things are being discovered, but then the vitamin B12 is only found in meat products. And there have been new discoveries about the plant-based items like spirulina, which is also said to have a lot of vitamin B12 in it. That is what vegan and vegetarian people have been using as a supplement. So recently, the most common reason for people to shift to a plant-based diet has been due to ethical reasons, because these groups of people believe that we shouldn't harm other animals for our own pleasures. And this has also led a lot of people who were initially vegetarians to become vegans, because even milk-based products have been proven to cause some harm to animals in some way. I totally support this, and this cannot really be debated upon, because when it comes to the ethical issues, that is completely true. And if someone can actually quit meat-based products and dairy-based products based on their ethical values, if their ethical values are very strong, and if their ethical values override, or if their ethical values can, overpower their cravings, then it's completely good to follow a totally plant-based diet, because when they do this, they also experience that their body becomes a lot more lighter, their mood improves. So these benefits are a given, because when you do not consume meat, all of what you consume becomes digested very quickly in your body, due to which you feel very alert, and you do not really have abdominal problems. Now, if you have meat instead, Now the debate is about for the people who actually want to have meat, who actually like the taste of meat, but then they also have their ethical values. Similarly, it also is for people who want to be spiritual practitioners but who cannot really let go of meat-based products. So what exactly should they do? Let's come to that. So for such kind of people who are not really confident about leaving these diets, it's okay if you cannot leave it immediately. If you can do it eventually, that's all right. But then even if you cannot shift to this diet, even if you need to continue having meat, there are always some approaches that you can take. Now, so if it is feeling light and feeling alert that you want, you can slowly reduce the consumption of meat. What we humans generally tend to do is we see a certain goal, we see a certain final product, and we always want to reach that as soon as possible, but then we're not really ready to take the small steps that take us towards it. We want very immediate results, due to which we tend to leave things altogether. For instance, in this example, our general notion is that either we're a non-vegetarian, a hardcore non-vegetarian who consumes a lot of meat, else we're a hardcore vegetarian or a vegan who does not consume it at all and is very strict about it. Now, this can certainly help because you're taking definitive actions, you're being certain about what you want. But then again, if you somehow have setbacks in between, you'll feel a lot more demotivated if you have these extreme kind of goals. So rather than doing that, you can slowly decrease your consumption if you deem it right that you decrease the consumption of meat. If you think that you shouldn't consume a lot of it, you can slowly reduce the amount that you have. If you had, say, 300 grams earlier, you could slowly reduce it to 200 grams and 100 grams and slowly get rid of it. But then again, if you truly believe deep within, if you truly believe that you actually need it, and say if you truly feel that it is actually important for you, you shouldn't really feel guilty about yourself, or you shouldn't enter this negative spiral, being guilty of what you've done and always, punishing yourself mentally and emotionally for not being able to keep up with the goal. This is in fact counterproductive when it comes to spirituality. Spirituality in its basic sense is about accepting things and observing things. So a spiritual practitioner does not forcefully become a vegetarian, but observes how the non-vegetarian food could possibly do bad to his or her body, and observes how this non-vegetarian diet could do some harm to his or her body. And if this harm is very significant, he can slowly move on to a lot simpler diet with less complexes of meat. So if you found this video helpful, do not forget to press the like button. Also, if you like whatever is happening here at Sound Health Solution, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We've almost reached 10,000 subscribers now, and we have a lot of surprises for you in store. Make sure you stay in tune to never miss an update. Until next time.